morning, everybody. Well, it's actually afternoon, so, but good morning. I've been up forever. So this is not good morning, but I was supposed to have had today off. I let everybody know in the Discord that I had an appointment, but last minute the woman canceled on me. It wasn't even me. Normally it's me who cancels, but she canceled on me, so I'm like, oh shit. I don't know. Like, my mom feels kind of salty. I don't personally see, like, I don't, like, because my thoughts on it are that, oh, it's a Tuesday. She doesn't normally do Tuesdays. Maybe she found it a little like, you know, because it's hard to figure out, like, what's a good downtime, you know, like, because if she's a therapist, you know, she's going to have to need her own mental health. You know, like, she's going to have to take care of herself, too. So maybe she, like, had a person and that was difficult, and she was prepared to do it on a Tuesday, because we always used to meet on Fridays. Now it's a Tuesday, you know, like, everything's messed up. I thought maybe that might be the reason, or I made up that shit in my mind and I'm sticking with it, but at the same time it just doesn't bother me. She's like, well, you haven't talked to her in like over 2 months or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big. Okay, so I'm technically supposed to get this out. I was supposed to get this out 2 days ago. I'm not late because the due date is in October, so I am on time. But in terms of being able to finish everything on like all my, like, not just this commission, but all my commissions on time, it's kind of imperative that I get this either done today or sent out tomorrow. Like it needs to be done sometime soon, within this week. Otherwise, it's just going to be harder and harder for me to do the rest. Like, you know, like, basically, the due date's fine, but the time in which I can work on this stuff is running out. But, like, I don't know why I'm being so particular on it. It's like the lighting on it. I want to get it down, right? I don't know why I'm being so particular on this, but I think it's because I'm trying a different technique out, and like, just for my personal benefit of, like, perfecting a technique, I'm wanting to put it all into this piece. Like, I could just, like, if I'm just, like, pure production, just purely trying to create shit to, like, give to somebody, then it's done. But I don't want to do that. I want to finish the vision that I had in my head, you know? Like, I want to finish what I was doing. I'm not going to add any more frames. That's the bottom line, is I'm not going to smooth the animation out. It's going to stay kind of janky as it is now, because that's what the customer wanted. And but I'm going to go all out in the coloring, because I feel like that's where I can put more effort and it won't, like, interfere too much. But yeah, I got some stuff to tell people, but let me first figure out my room for a second. Also, I'm not high today, so I ran out of gummies. I was supposed to go shopping yesterday, so there's gonna be see, this is the difference between being an addict and being dependent. But basically, I don't need it. Like, that's the thing is, and like I've said this to a lot of people, it's like, I don't, like, I consume quite a bit of weed, but it's not like if I don't have it, I'm not functional. Like, you know, like, it's not like that. It's just I work better with it. So it's almost like, it's on the same level as, like, somebody's like, oh, I kind of need coffee. It's like, you could, like, nobody is completely useless without coffee. It sucks. You don't feel great. But then the next day you recover, basically, you know? It's like one day of not having it, and then, like, you're sleepy or some shit, you know? And then and after you rest up and whatever, your body kind of resets, and then it's like, oh, okay. Basically the same thing with that. So this is my reset day in terms of weed, because I don't have any more, but I'm not, see, the thing is, it doesn't make me tired, it just makes me, Well, you know what? I don't even think it's the weed. I think it's because plans changed a bunch. Like, cause I was prepared, cause going to therapy, it's very difficult. Like, I understand why people wouldn't want to go to therapy because it's emotionally kind of like you're being vulnerable with somebody. And they're going to not necessarily analyze you, but they're going to help you process whatever you're going through or whatever, like the thoughts or the feelings or whatever. They're just trying to help you process that in the most conscious way possible. That way you're not just like for example, if people have anger problems and they just fly off the handle, like that's an issue. Maybe you could be more conscious about that. Or another thing, if you just cry constantly, it's like, well, let's address that issue and see, like, maybe, like, it's all those kind of things. It's just about maintaining whatever you're doing. But it's a lot of work, though. Like anything in the world, it takes a lot of time to do. So, like, I don't stream on days that I go to the therapy. Like, I know some people could be like, go to therapy and then like go do a bunch of stuff afterwards. But for me, it's like it's like detoxing. You have to drink a lot of water and then rest or something. like it's kind of that thing. But I didn't go. She canceled on me. She hates my guts. No, she doesn't hate my guts. I think I honestly think that I'm like one of her clients that she doesn't know what to do with. And that's probably why she finds it easy to cancel on me. Because I don't know everyone's feelings. Like, I'm not claiming to know. But, like, she didn't give me any heavy indications that, like, okay, I'll be honest. My psychologist, or the psychiatrist that I'm dealing with, I don't like her, and I don't think she likes me. Like, we're just tolerating each other. But I don't feel that way with my therapist. I don't think necessarily, like, we are, like, bestest of friends. But I feel like it's more on a professional thing. Like it's just like, because her mentality is, like, she likes to do stuff. Like, it's kind of funny because I feel it's a little bit of a funny, okay, there's like 3 things that I want to say all at the same time. Basically, one, her personality is more of a doer, in my opinion, than like a let's talk about it. Like, she doesn't, not that she doesn't have any chill, but like she's just like get her done sort of mentality. So that makes it very surprising to me that she's a therapist. But hey, the therapist comes in all shapes and sizes and abilities. So I think, and it's fine. But then second of all, I don't even remember the other things I was gonna say. There was 3 things that I wanted to say all at once, and I just said one thing. Basically, yeah, like, I don't think she knows what to do with me. I don't know if she has the space for me. And also, there was a lot of changes. Like, they moved the office to a different building. And so there's probably a lot of, like, taking everything and having to pack it. And, like, just a lot of bullshit. So she's probably thinking, well, I'm taking that as a compliment. I'm thinking, she thinks I'm well-adjusted enough to handle not seeing her for right now. But hey, it could be she hates my guts and just isn't telling me. But see, like, to me, okay, if I was a therapist and I was dealing with somebody who I didn't feel confident with working with for whatever reason, I would suggest them to a colleague or something, or like, something be like, I would love to work with you, but I feel like, that was another thing. I asked her what her specialization was, and she does anything or whatever, but what she wants to be specializing in is grief. Like, she would have probably been perfect when because I was talking to a therapist that was just like completely bad for the time when I was handling my grandpa's death. I bet she would have been a good person to talk to during that time. But I'm not that's not the issue in my life right now. So maybe that's also why she's kind of like not into seeming like you know, like just like there seems to be a lot of transitioning between both of. I don't know why I'm getting so caught up on the like trying to analyze why my therapist canceled on me. Like hell, it could have been like a spring pipe or something in the building, like, you know, who knows. But I think I'm just revealing that my mom makes me very nervous at times. I also have I drank two caffeinated beverages, so I'm pretty hyper. Well, quite frankly, I just feel a little weird because I wasn't prepared to work today. I was gonna take today off. I got people messaging me and like, you know, like it's supposed to be just a normal work day, but you know, mentally I was prepared to take it off, so it's just weird. And that's another thing is like I was also thinking maybe should I just take, like, even though my therapist canceled on me, maybe I shouldn't stream because tomorrow I have paperwork to sign. And I don't know how I'm gonna, like, it sounds very simple, right? But like I feel like it's gonna be an emotional thing for me. And oh my god, this I heard the sweetest thing, and I was really not like super touched, but like I was just like, oh, that my niece wanted to be there too, or she wanted to participate in some way during that day, and like I don't think she's eager to help me move in, but like maybe like celebrate with like some pizza or something, like, you know, like she's happy for me, and that made me happy. You know, that made me feel very like touched. She's the youngest one. She's so cute. But the older, okay, I have three nieces. The older one, she lives in another state, so it's not like she could really, but she messaged me and was like, hey, like, when's you getting your apartment? And I'm like, this month. She's like, oh, that's so good. Like, you know, like, it's a little bit more mature because she's older. But I just felt so touched about my niece wanting to go with us tomorrow, or just come by tomorrow. Maybe not even to do the signing, but it's exciting. I'm nervous though because it's like so many pieces moving around right now, and I'm just trying to figure out what do I all need to do, like, because it's not just what do you need to do, but like what order do you need to do it in, you know? It's like, because I have to figure out my internet, because I won't be able, that's another thing is that's another reason why I'm streaming right now, is because I'm thinking, well, I'm probably going to have to take a week or something off because I'm not going to have the internet for a bit in my new apartment. Like, I will have the internet because my phone has hotspot, and like it could do like the basics, but it would hotspot Wi-Fi would not be good for streaming because it would just be like too weak of a signal. But for like just transferring some files and doing some things is perfectly fine. Yeah, and I don't know why my dog just barks every time I stream. It's like he waits until I stream and then barks, because he's annoying like that. So I think the two things that I want to get done today, like the two main things that I need to do is, one, I have to finish the skeleton. Send it to the person, get that all squared. That's great. And then I have to, This guy is okay. It's a Fiverr thing. This guy, he did an automatic order for something, but he didn't do it right. So I tried to tell him, no, it would cost this much to do what you're asking for, and he hasn't accepted the amount yet, and I kind of need him to do that soon. Also because it'll give me more time. I think. Actually, they're vector workers. Actually, they're vector workers. Okay, wait, hold on. Anyway, I find it weird to stream while not high, because and I always say this, like, I don't think weed is like, it does not help with like hand-eye coordination. It does help, like, if like when you're working, like if you're running or something like that, it could help. But like if you were playing like a contact sport, or like something that requires you to move with precision, I don't think weed is good for that. I think it's good for like if you have to do something continually. Like that's why I like to do it when drawing, because it's like a continual action that's really repetitive, that I'll just put it bluntly, can be boring at times, you know. So like weed kind of gives you that little like, oh, this is like it makes things seem interesting, you know. And then also you get like you analyze or this is me, I guess this is just me, is that I analyze things from multiple angles, and like I just like everything's like every subject is a Rubik's cube. And like my cousin was like, damn, she just like quiet, she's like a quiet zombie or whatever, but it's like, nah, there's so much shit going on in my head, I can't interact with the outside world when I'm high. That's why I can't, like, I'm not like a, you know, there's like social drinkers, there's social, you know, whatever. I'm not that, like, I only like to do that shit when I'm by myself. Like if I'm on my own, like I want my own little world, my own time, that's when I do it. It's like if I'm planning on going out somewhere and being around a lot of people, it's not a good time to do that. Like for other people it's the complete opposite, you know, and that's the difference between like introvert and extrovert. So like it's just amplified. Like I'm sure for like an extrovert, that's just like a thrilling experience because like their senses are heightened. But see, I'm a INTJ, I'm an INFJ, INTJ. You know, my sensory perception is like the inferior function, so it's like that shit's overwhelming at that point. It's like I can't, like, it's like I'm a cat. I can't do that shit. It's like you're touching my belly. Stop. But anyway, so yeah, so it's just like, and then with alcohol, I feel like I could probably drink more. So like I could drink and be kind of tipsy around people. That doesn't bother me. But being high around people, I don't like that. It makes me paranoid. I'm not going to, like, I don't know if he needs to go to the bathroom or not, but I'd rather him piss on the floor than go over there and see that he does not need anything, because that is high. That is very high on the possibility list if I go over there in the living room and ask him what he wants. Because he's annoying. I think he gets the sense that like something's happening, and I think he's like trying to pull up his, I'm talking about my dog. I think he's trying to like exert authority, like in a weird way. I think he's like kind of like, what's going on here? Like kind of like he's just you know, like he's trying to like understand things that are beyond him. Kind of reminds me of my brother. Like, not that my brother's dumb, it's just that a lot of times he comes in when he's out of the loop and then tries to coordinate something. It's like, you're completely out of the loop, dude. It's like, when you're like that, normally people just listen. But anyway, yeah. So I'm looking forward to living on my own. It's gonna be good, because then I could like kind of sort my own. I will really know what's my own thoughts, and that's gonna be a great experience. It might be scary. It will probably be scary for a little bit, but then I'll like stabilize. Or it's not scary, but like, well, yeah, scary. Just a little bit, you know, not enough to like really, psychologically damage me, but just enough to like shake me awake. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I did not get out the stream raiders. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for the subscribe. I'm just saying this right now because tomorrow I'm going to be signing the papers. But thank you so much for all the people who have subscribed to my channel and helped me try to reach my goal. I really appreciate it. So thank you. And also to my commissioners and all that sort of stuff. Anybody who's been financially supported me in some way, I appreciate it. And even I don't want to be like, well, it's also the like, of course I love the emotional support that people have given me, but this time was just for financial support. Centurions. Okay, so they really want Centurions. Okay, like churro? Oh, okay, thank you guys for placing down the units. I really appreciate it. We're not doing battle spells, right? We should have done a battle spell. Is this hell? No, it's Scotty. Okay, so anyone who put an archer probably was the smart one. What the fuck is that? Oh, we got some archers, or bombers, like... I think they're getting a boost. Yeah, we got, oh nice, smart. Look at all the really pretty archers. Good job, guys. Dang. You guys did a good job at that. That's great. Okay, so no SWAT and 24 hard. You guys got the scrolls. Congratulations. Nice. Okay, so I gotta place a Centurion. Like, I'm just basically gonna be placing Centurions all over the place. As soon as it... Centurion, my turtle. Churro. Does this help? Oh, it's Odin. Oh, he does the support units? Well, I gotta do my churro, so. My churro Centurion. Okay. Yeah. Let's get that one out. That's a good one. I like bombers. Bombers are a good unit. It has splash damage and range. That's a nice combo. Okay, I will go over and see what the fuck he's barking at. I don't know what he's barking at. Let's see. Oh, look it. I said, let me go check on him, and he stopped barking. Should I go? Or should I stay here? I don't know. We're all in, this is his world. We're just living in Wilkins' world right now. We're all owned by a small 5-pound Yorkie. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you the cutest thing that he did today. I don't know why he did this, it was really cute. He went and walked into, okay, so we have a lot of reusable grocery store bags. And there was one on the floor that's kind of like box shaped. And for whatever reason, he kind of crawled into it and was rubbing himself all, maybe there was like leftover meat juice or something in, you know, like whatever dogs can smell. But he was rubbing up all around in there, and it was the cutest thing. It was like he was like making a little buried home or something. It was really adorable. And like, because most of the time he wouldn't, like in the past, he would never do that kind of stuff. But he stayed in there for like about 5 minutes. That's why it's really cute. He stayed in there for a while. Okay, I think I shouldn't sit down, or like, I want to stand up so I don't... Yeah, because I've been laying down most of today, so I think blood circulation's a thing, and it would benefit me to stand up. Yeah. Oh, damn. There's gonna be so much moving. Oh, this week is gonna... yeah, I'm not gonna... This might be my last day of streaming. Not like forever, but just for like a week or two. So I'm gonna try and make it count today. Try to get everything that needs to be done today. Like it has to. Like I have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have to get the shit done. So I have to send that. Kiki's can wait. I have to get this one done though, because they're priority, and Reboot Ranger, he needs to reply to my thing, or I need to request more time or something. Well, no, he needs to pay more for the, he needs to pay more for his offer because he miscalculated. He wants 2 actions, and he only paid for 1 action, so. because unfortunately it's because the reason for it is because his sprite, because the first sprite he ordered was but within 100 by 100. It fit the criteria for the first tier of the gig, but this second sprite he wants me to work on is above that, so I charge extra for more. I think that's fair. I saw somebody today, like, really brilliant pixel artists, but they're hella expensive, and they are trying to play the long game. They were only going to do it if it's a long-term project. They want stability, and it sucks because I would have I would have added them for like a one shot, or even just like a maybe not forever, but like for enough for, because right now we need 2 backgrounds, well 3 backgrounds, but like 2 map backgrounds, and then 1 battlefield for the game, in order to get it to a point where I feel like it's going to be good. And now I gotta go pee, so let me put you on the stream readers real quick. Okay, thank you guys for placing down units, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and come back. I'll talk those caffeinated drinks. trippy being on my own. Well, no, it's gonna be cool because I'll be able to do what I want. Not that I can't do what I want now, it's just it's more inconvenient. Oh.
Hey, Mom.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, I went on YouTube and there's this advertisement and it has this woman with like her whole hair is gray, but her face is so youthful. It doesn't look bad like that, you know? But like, see, for me, if I were to go all the way, I'd look like shit. But my hair is really good texture. I don't take care of my hair very well, but I'm just saying on top of that, like, not only do I not take care of it well, I happen to be born into, I was born inheriting my grandma's hair, which was very wiry and yeah, just like needs a lot of conditioner or something. Like, I don't know if it's like food or like what's the cause of it. I don't know. I'm still struggling to get my bearings. Yeah, I think what will help me calm down is if I write, like, I take a moment to think of all the shit that I need to get done and write it down on a list, and then I will feel sorted out of it. I think I'm gonna wear this dress tomorrow, but with a bra. Definitely have to wax them. It's gonna be so sweet. You know what? I'm going to because I'm like, at this point in time, there's no viewers right now, so I am going to just lay down for a second and watch a video, because no, I'm not going to get into details because that's like basically TMI, but I can tell you that this room is a little hot. I'm going to open the door, let the air out, and hopefully it'll be more manageable. That's not the only reason, but that is the main reason. So I'll be back in a sec. Probably by the time that the battle starts. So when the battle starts, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I took my little siesta. Though it is almost time for it's like only 5 minutes until the battle, so I don't know what I'm gonna do in 5 minutes. I just needed that little break. Sometimes I need it for a little longer. Like the other days, I was watching a video, like, I watch Devin Nash, I'll be honest. Not all the time, not religiously, but just like, one of the people I watch on YouTube. I watch a shit ton of tarot cards. I watch other streamers. I watch, and some funny videos, like, you know, something to break up that. But I do watch him occasionally just to see what's going on. Like, it's a lot of shit I really just don't know about, but just to stay in the loop of something, I guess. But what was he saying? Oh, you're saying like streaming and burnout and stuff like that. And I guess you could say that it's kind of a I was kind of burnt out. Not yesterday, but the day before. But it has nothing to do with streaming. It has a lot to do with everything else. Streaming is just being there and being present. Being available to people at most given times. But like, I'm in the middle of a move. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You know, just all that extra stuff. It weighs on your mind. Also, my mom's kind of probably a little worried because I don't know if I should say this while streaming, because it has nothing to do with streaming, but or my projects. It has nothing to do with anything really. It's more of a personal thing, so I think I will not talk about it. It's not something I want to talk about. Yeah, no, they're done. Not like amazing, but they can. Oh shit! Wait. No, this is like I don't think they did the. Yeah, there's no way. I don't know. They're pretty good. Hold on. Let's check it. This kind of rare. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit. Like, my mom was like, okay, I guess I will say it. She's worried about my career. She's worried about how I'm gonna make money. She's worried about all that shit. I'll be honest, I'm a little worried too. Like, as far as I can measure it now, I'll be able to get by. But I worry about the longevity of my project because that's kind of it's not my long-term investment. Well, yeah, I guess it is my long-term investment, but more or less it's something that I want to see through to the end, and I worry about its longevity with this move. But I I don't want to think of it in that way because it's going so well now. There's no point in like casting a doom cloud on it, because there's no indication that that will be the case. That's just worst case scenario, but that's not like what's actually happening right now. What's actually happening right now is that I have enough. I have the amount needed to survive, and at this point in time, I have enough to also put money into the project. So as long as I stick, hopefully I get more. But like, problems to worry about for another day. And also, this could just be stress talking too. Like when you get like super stressed and then you start thinking about like irrelevant shit. It's like, what if my dog dies? It's like your dog's not dead. Just like random shit. Just like random shit that you don't have no reason to be thinking of. Okay. Like, there's always a possibility that things go south, but I also have to be confident and understand that I can get myself out of whatever I get myself in. So having that confidence to not only execute something that I want to, but if it happens to go south, that I will have enough sense to know how to get out. Which I think was kind of denied living under my mom's roof, because she tends to like to do a lot of things for me. So having to fend for myself will be actually a good thing. And also, like, basically it'll give me autonomy. So I will see it as a positive. So I know for a fact that I can do things. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be like too open right now. But like, it's just a lot of feelings right now that I have, and it's like there's a mixture of excitement, there's a mixture of worry. I did have more apprehension before, but I think for the fact that I'm signing the papers tomorrow, there's no more apprehension there. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all the emotions that I have, because there's quite a few. For the most part, it's good though. Like everything, I'm excited. It's just gonna be annoying to have to like, and the physical work, the packing and shit. I hope my brother's family knows that I appreciate it. I'm not a very vocal person, but the fact that they're willing to help out is actually really great. So, as far as TV shows that I've been watching lately, I just got done watching the first episode of The Man Who Fell to Earth on, I think it's Prime Video. It's pretty good. Like, I was kind of like, I wasn't like taken aback, but like I was way more impressed with the Sandman. Like, that was very gripping from the beginning, This one, it's like, it feels like they gave you breadcrumbs and they give you the, like, I don't think it's like the best episode, but I feel like it will get better. Like, I have high not high hopes, but like I feel there's a high probability that it will, because he's a good, I don't know his name, but the main guy who's the actor, he's a good actor. So I feel like though he's going to have to carry the cast, like if that makes any he's gonna have to act his ass off to make up for some of the like shittier actors. Well, I wouldn't say that she's not a shitty actor, because like I think also like you have to take into consideration like the script writers and the directors and stuff like that. It's not always the actor's fault. Sometimes they're given bad directions. Sometimes the writers suck. You know, it's just down to that sometimes too. Everybody thinks it's just the actor's fault. It's not always the case. They're just listening to who's directing and reading the script. They're just the physical body. They're not the guiding force. I mean, unless the director gives them that kind of leeway. A lot of actors like to do that, and that's why they eventually get into directing as they get older. It's because, you know, they've done the acting parts for so long, and it's like they kind of get what's required for the directing. It's like if you can't do, then you teach, and I would say directors are kind of like teachers in a way. Producers is such a weird job. Like being a producer, it's like your whole entire job is just to get money. I am gonna get you money so I can get me money so we can all get money. Or basically they're like the patron, aren't they? I don't know. But it's like every time you see producer on the list, it's like somebody forked up money. I give the honorary title of producer. It's like this person hustled to get us paid. And that's actually a very interesting job too, because it's like it's not the one that would come so directly to like it wouldn't occur to you that could be like, if you think about it, it's like it's a weird job because it's like basically you're just handling money. I mean, I guess that's what a banker is. Except that's like handling transactions. This is producers' fund for projects. Right. I'm actually very curious because I want to know exactly, because this is just my impression of what a producer is. But let's see the nitty-gritty details according to Wikipedia or something. Wikipedia. Let's see. Film producer. Film producer who seems film production, either employed by a production company, or work in a bit. Plan and coordinate various aspects of, such as selecting the script, coordinate. Oh, so it is more like a director, but it's like a coordinating, writing, directing, editing. Well, the director is actually the one who handles the. So, like a producer is almost like a first-hand assistant. I feel like to the and arranging the financing. That's the part that I thought a producer did, was arrange the financing. But okay, producers plan and coordinate various aspects of production, such as script, coordinating writing, directing, editing, and arranging financing. So this is like this is like the assistant to. It's not like an assistant, right? It's a producer. You know, like they make shit. But like that's the arranging financing is what I thought was the main thing a producer did. So I didn't know they had a hand in all of these other things, but that makes sense. Okay, producer is responsible for finding and selecting promising material for development, and unless the film is based on an existing script, hires a So basically, it's the person who gets shit together. Kind of like a manager, I guess. Yeah, like the only thing I could see is like basically a producer feels like okay, so if a manager is to an actor, a producer is to a director or something. like you know, one of the most important tasks is to hire a director for the film. Shit, man. Oh my god. Like, okay, I really like producer seems like a very elusive position. I have absolutely no idea what a fucking producer does. It's like they just do whatever, I guess. It's like whatever to get it done. Yeah, I just thought they handled money, but they do way more than that, so. Shit, man. I feel like now that I've read that, I feel like manager and producer is like, I wouldn't say interchangeable, but closely related. Just depending on what, like manager, I feel like it's like for a single project, or well, like one aspect of a project, or one like managing people or something, like, you know, like that. But a producer just like that shit done well. Anyway, thank you guys for placing down units. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's win this battle. Yeah, let's take out the flying Dutch boats. Wait, no, this is Viking shit. Oh, they're not going down easy. They have a lot of HP. They have a lot of HP. They're flying tanks, basically. But that makes sense, because they're boats. Thank you guys. Okay, let's see who the winner is. Boom. Lenzot, you got the scroll. Congratulations. And we're gonna go here. We're gonna do tokens for this map because we have no skins on this map. I don't know why. Okay, let's see if there's another option for placement of units. We do have a whole bunch of center bombers. Okay, bombers. We will do bomber. I will do whatever is necessary in order to complete as many quests as possible. Okay. Who's this? Is this Odin again? No, I don't think this is Odin. Who is this? Oh, it is Odin. Okay. Alright. Now that we placed down those units. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, let me write down some, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I need to organize my thoughts now. I'm quite hyped up on, see, I normally eat a gummy when I drink caffeine, and like mellow, like it keeps this kind of like high tension sort of thing mellowed down, but it keeps me awake. Like the caffeine keeps me awake. If I take the gummy, it takes away that like that. Basically, I'm rambling right now, so it'd take away that, but we do what we can. Okay, change. Okay, we'll do that once the lady or the man works on the thing. Let's see. I should write some stuff on. Oh yeah. and like, you know, I'm having to move, and I don't know why, but I was thinking it gave me some stress for just a second to contemplate having to move this stuff on my computer, which doesn't make any sense because I'm just taking the computer. It's like I don't have to transfer files or whatever. Like, I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? It's panic. It's just I need to calm my shit. See, this makes it very hard to work on stuff. That's why I was like, I don't know if I should be working today. I'm already an emotional wreck. But I definitely need to get this skeleton done by today. I definitely do. I really do. Just because it will be like an ease on my mind if I just get this one done. I know I technically have more time, but like, who wants to like wait till the last minute to get all their projects done? Like, that's suicide. That's mental suicide. We don't need to wait until I'm about to have a nervous breakdown in order to get shit done. We could do that before. And it's almost done, so it's like that kind of feeling of like, we're almost there, it's almost done, you know? It's like that little antsy feeling. And freaking Discord is bothering me. It's just bleeping and bleeping and bleeping. I'm gonna mute that for 24 hours. Okay. We also have a channel on my Discord. You can online. Okay. Yeah, I should probably take it easy with that tea. I'm sure that's making it worse. Okay. I'll be honest. Okay, my mom was like, "Oh, I love this pizza. It's so good." But I'll be honest, I didn't really like the pizza that much. She ordered this pizza and was like, "Oh, this is the best pizza, blah, blah, blah." She really hyped it up. And I ate it, and I was like, it wasn't bad. It was a good pizza, but I, like, normally if something's, like, really good, I will eat it nonstop, you know, and I was okay with 2 pieces. Like, the portions that I got, I was like, this is good. It's not like I want to eat them forever. It just was a little too much. Like, sometimes you put too much toppings on the pizza and it just gets all soggy. Like, it doesn't actually cook proper. It's soggy and shit, you know. Like, some people like their pizza like that, you know. And that's okay. Like, if you intentionally like your pizza like that, then, like, fair enough. But, like, I don't know. It just seems weird to me. I don't like soggy pizza. But maybe she was hyping it up because she knew it sucked. Like, isn't this great? Like, trying to, like, what is it? Psychologically, like, mess with, or not mess with me, like, oh, there's an actual word for what I'm trying to say. Like, it's manipulation, but it's not like, it's called something else. Like, manipulation is like the negative word for what I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. I cannot English anymore. And I have to go to the bathroom, so I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom because I keep on drinking that tea. thinking about, I don't understand, like, no, I understand. Like, that's the thing is, I understand what pharmacies and psychiatrists and all those people are about. I understand, but I don't, like, that's the thing is, I don't agree with it. Like, the whole entire system, because I don't think every single person in the industry necessarily thinks like this. I don't think it, like, I have to emphasize that I don't think everybody thinks this way or acts this way, but it's the majority of them. That's the unfortunate thing. So like, that's like, because when I went to talk to my psychiatrist, it's like a fucking drug deal, basically. Like, that's what I was getting at. I was like, basically, this is my drug dealer. I have to tell my supplier when I need my shit, when I, like, plan out my, like, biological needs ahead of time. Or, like, make up some shit. Like, you know, like, not even that I'm feeling that way now, but, okay, I'm feeling very stressed lately. And so, basically, it's like, can you give me more stuff? Like, you just have to word shit the correct way. It's like, I've been feeling very stressed. Like, I'm totally fine, but I'm gonna be up. Like, okay, so this is what you say. You say, I have been feeling a little bit more anxious lately. I was wondering if I could get a increase in my anxiety medication. It's like, what you really mean is that I have a fucking ton of shit to do next month and I need supplies quick. Basically. It's like, it's a very weird, transaction of emotions and chemicals. I always felt it was very strange. I never understood it. Like, I understand it on a very technical level, but not on a social or emotional level, which some people just resonate with, and that's fine. Like, my cousin is in the industry, but let me tell you something. She's a control freak, so of course she wants to manage her emotions like that. I'm not like that, so I don't know what the fuck that's about. Like, she even told me one time, like, you could control, like, basically, like, she was like a Sith Lord. She was like, you can control the emotions. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I have all the pins you need. Like, I'm like, shit, man. She's crazy. I swear to God, I think my cousin thinks she can control life or death through the medication. Like, but she even got her pets on some shit. Like, they're on Prozac or something. I don't know. Like, cause they're like The thing is, she's so busy that her animals are neglected. Like, this is the real thing. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing she gives her dogs medication. She's addressing a problem in the way that she knows how. That's not a bad thing. But the reason why they are nervous wreck is because they're alone and they don't have, like, you know, like, there's simple explanations for some of this shit that could be solved in other ways other than medication. Medication is just one way to solve something. It's not the end-all be-all. And it's very irresponsible for anybody to think that's the case, you know? It's in the same way as, like, people putting faith in, like religions and stuff, you know. It's like it's, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you do think that way, it's akin to blind faith. At some point in our life, we have to surrender to our mortality. Whether it's your midlife crisis or on your deathbed, you're gonna have to realize, shit, not everything's gonna go our way. I mean, honestly though, I think she's a badass. Like, I think, first of all, she can handle herself, and maybe it is the pills. Maybe she turned into Wonder Woman thanks to the pills. I don't know. Whatever. It works for her, so I'm not gonna dog on what works for her. I'm just saying that if I went down that route, I'd be in a worse like it's just not for me. It's just too rigid. I don't like. She's an extrovert too, so like she likes playing the game of talking to people and inviting them out and then getting like the certain things. Like that's her thing. It's her job. She loves it. She does the things. She functions well. You know, everything's great. But for me, it's not my vibe. So that's what I'm getting at. And I think it's fair for like, you know, because we need to like acknowledge, like just because you like suggest something doesn't mean it's gonna work for the person you suggest it for. Even if like you swear it works for you, like that's the same thing with like what I was just talking about with like weed and alcohol and stuff. Like I would never go out and like weed for me is not like an out and about thing. Like I wouldn't like it doesn't necessarily make me function for social engagements. I think alcohol serves as well for that, but you know, like that's all I would do. Like I can, but I just become really quiet, like because I'm stuck in my head. So it defeats the purpose of doing it to be social, because it's not a social thing for me. It is weed is a way for me to explore my inner workings, my psychology, and also to help me write or be more creative. That's what it's for. That's my purpose of using it. That's exactly why. I'm like John Paul Sartre, sniffing up all those chemicals. He did a lot of amphetamines when he was writing his thesis. Some of the brilliant people just do crazy shit. I'm not at that level though. Also, it's kind of funny because like he was in a very public, open relationship with this other lady. You get a bunch of educated people and they start doing weird shit. I wonder. Okay, because I was going to bring this up. Does education deteriorate the morality of people? Because like if knowledge is power, like okay, like is there a point where you know too much and then therefore you're like your soul is almost damned? Like it's like I know too much, I can never go back, I'm out of the matrix, I cannot live in happy la la land anymore. Because, you know, we always say ignorance is bliss. Well, what's the pursuit of knowledge then? It's the pursuit of oblivion in that case. But it's a fun trip, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's like, you know, it's because we all know what the end is. In some form or like, we all know that, like, just like that word even, like the end, you know, like even when it was the end of a movie, it's like the end, you know. We do have a conceptualization of things not lasting forever, but like we can't quite fathom it to the point where we search the whole entire existence for instances where it is defied in some way, like the whole entire I don't want to say theories, because I do believe in the physics of space and time and what our scientists have picked up now. Like I don't think that's not real, you know. Like, because some of the crazy like flat earthers and people are like who get way too out of there. They just deny stuff just because they use past instances where people of different eras didn't have the tools necessary in order to find out certain things, and that still could be the case, that we're not like at a perfect level of society where we have all the technology available to, like, you know, we could always advance. But I do believe that we like, okay, I guess the universe is expanding. We live out in space. There's a round ball that, or it's not. It's actually not a round ball we live on. It's kind of like, it's like oblong, but you know, we live on some sort of spherical biome. And there's planets, and then there's more planets and more stars, and like, you know, there's just a lot of space out in space. I do believe that. And then like mathematicians, they like to play with imaginary numbers, and they're like, there's infinities, and there's like infinities that are more than infinities. But like, you know, it's such an interesting thing because like our minds technically cannot grasp that kind of shit. Like, because there's not like a physical sense of those things. We can't imagine it, but there's no physical sensation in which to operate these things from. Like, what is it to be a millennia? Like, if we had like immortality, what would it be like to live for all of humanity? I would imagine you'd be crusty as fuck. Like, I don't know, or just like, you'd be rickety. I mean, hopefully you'd stay in good condition, but like, I don't know, long ass time, I don't think we're gonna maintain. But that's not a physical thing. It's also different, like, dimensions and shit like that, and how can we perceive that? We you know, and like we explore it with like with spirituality and different stuff like that, you know, trying to expand beyond our means in any way possible, which is fun. I like it. I've always been interested in that stuff. It's not practical, but like, if we could figure out a practical usage for any of that kind of stuff, it would be a great advancement in the society. Like, I think that's what it is, isn't it? It's that hope for the future that makes us a little bit brighter. Even though we're not gonna see it, we're planting the seeds for tomorrow. We're planting seeds that we will never see grown to full fruition in this day. But we're doing it so others may benefit. I like to think that. Because imagine, like, you know, okay, right now I'm streaming, right? What if, like, so much time has passed to where this form of communication, this form of entertainment, this form of whatever it is, becomes antiquated, and then the people of the future look upon this, hearing my words, listening to what I'm saying. And if they could still resonate with that, or if they could feel what I am saying right now in their present day, that's amazing. To know that humanity's empathy has traveled so far, that's amazing. What I would like to say, I hope for certain things, but I also recognize that I don't control those things at all. Like, what is it? The Miss Universe wanting for world peace. It's like, it's not something we can control. That is requiring so many different personalities and consciousnesses aligning into the point where we just become a hive mind, which may or may not be a good thing. And it would be such a daunting responsibility to like pull the trigger on that too. Imagine scientists who have that kind of ability that they're like, we have figured out the collective subconscious, it actually exists. It's a certain frequency. like, you know, like, all of our souls live on the third plane. And they travel about, like, almost like how Einstein says with the gravity pools and stuff. So, like, you know, what if in the future they figure that shit out? That's like, and then like, after we figure that out, then all these scientists are like, well, what can we do with that? You know, like, it's like, fuck, don't play with people's souls. Yeah, that's what, okay. So my mom and I were talking about like, would you want to meet an alien? And I say yes. Would I want to meet a scientific alien? No, I would not want to meet a scientist from another planet. I would want to meet an alien who is more on the like if they were more into studying, well, for a lack of a better word, humanities. If they were more into preservation and communication, like basically, if they wanted to like basically a Jane Goodall, I'd like to be the Jane Goodall versus like somebody who's gonna try and dissect me, you know, like I want to meet that kind of alien, which one that would value the interactions between our species rather than a scientist who would want to collect the data. Like, I'm not saying like, because everyone thinks like, oh, they're evil. It's like, no, they're not evil. They just don't understand us, and they're trying to find out about us through the same ways that we do with animals. So they're not evil, they just lack that empathy to understand how we work, because they don't understand. Like, I couldn't blame an alien for dissecting me, because they're just trying to figure out what we're about, even though it's a grotesque way. And like, okay, think about it too. Any sort of like, okay, so because we've had instances in our history where we've done horrible things to ourselves, like our own species, where empathy was lacked. That's usually an indication you're basically taking away, I wouldn't say the spirit, but the personhood of the individual in order to experiment on them. I mean, like, I think doctors have to do that to some extent too. Like, people always complain that doctors lose their bedside manners and stuff like that. But I mean, having to do what they do all the time, I think it would freak out the brain if they thought it was actually a person. You know, like there's too much weight there. Like, I don't think a doctor could work on their own spouse or something like that. Maybe, but that's just a little weird. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the mentality. I'm just saying it would be hard to fathom that in the mind, you know, like it would be hard to, like it would be mentally hard is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's impossible, but just be mentally hard. And not necessarily something I'd want. Though, like, I could see, like, a doctor being like, well, I'm a good doctor, I know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna do this procedure on my spouse because I know I'm the best one for it. But then they also have to realize that they're cutting up their spouse, too, which would be a weird revelation, too. Like I said, entirely depends on how the doctor sees their work.
And I think most of them have such a great self-esteem about their job that they wouldn't necessarily consider themselves butchers. Because it takes a lot of Mate Gabor, he had an interest, like, he's like, I never got validation, so that's why I became a doctor or whatever. But I think you have to have something in you that's like self-sustaining. Like, I don't think, like, people just with pure bad self-esteem, I don't think they become doctors. Like, let me rephrase that. I don't 100% believe him. I love his work. I love what he does. I agree with a lot, but it's just like, that's a weird conclusion to come to, because I feel like doctors, and maybe this is judgmental, but I feel like you have to be pretty fucking confident to be like, I'm gonna cut somebody up and then re-stitch them and they're gonna come out better for it. You know? Like, I'm the fucking master. Like I think you have to have a pretty damn big ego to do that. So, sorry, Mate Gabor, I don't believe you saying I don't have any self-esteem. No, you do have self-esteem. It's just, I do believe you're wounded still, but like, let's not throw the self-esteem in there. Anyway, I'm just having fun. I like talking about different stuff. Also, if anybody disagrees with me on something, feel free to discuss. I'm open to anything. Thank you guys for placing down the units. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you don't want to talk to me, at least place down some units. I really appreciate that, because we are trying to get through this campaign without a hitch. We need it. I think I got most of the skins from the thing, so I think that's why there's no more skins, but I do try to go for tokens, so if you still are like lagging behind in the campaign, it's a perfect time to like join, because I don't know, like, it's a very hard call. I might still go for skins if there's skins on the map, but if there's no skins, we're going for tokens so we can finish up the campaign. So yeah, if you're falling behind, feel free to join. Oh my god, what's this? What the hell? Oh, wait, I think, like, she has an afro and then she has stars in her hair and then she has a moon. Oh, she's mixed. Ooh. Thank you for playing Yuna. Okay, let's see who wins. Sarah Leadingham and Google TV, you guys got the scrolls. Congratulations. What this? Oh, why is it hot in here all of a sudden? I hate it. Diamond Valkyrie Flying Roads. I don't like it. It's not my thing. Let's see the skins. Wait. Let's just go over the skins. Let's just see what we got. Because I might want to change it. Okay, rogue. A Loki rogue. What? Nah, I'm not into that. Like, it looks weird. He has a gray beard. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, wait, when did I get this one? I like it though. I like this one for a long time. Like, I use this one all the time, but you see this one. Ooh, Fire Barbarian. Cotton. Floor Barbarian. No. Kind of like this one, to be honest, but not enough to like this one's pretty badass. That one's cool, but I don't want to. Yeah, let's just stick to this one, because the archer, yeah, this archer needs to change, because I do like this one. Let's just get tank. Let's see. I could use this one. Oh. No. Yeah, let's just keep that one. Or, ooh, I like that one. Ooh, that's actually really good. Okay. Ooh, this is actually a pretty badass warrior one. Let's do that. I kind of like this one too. Nah, let's do I'm a warrior in here. Okay. Ooh. Portrait. Commander. Oh my god. Why is he gay? He's like a gay hippie. That's all I see. That's all I see is a gay, is like a hippie carrying a gay flag. That's all I see. Nah, let's not do that. I'll keep it to the blue idol. Musketeer. Let's see. What's this? Golden donut? No. Let's keep that one. Blue donut. True. I kind of like that one a little bit better. Like the churro one's not really. I like this one and I like this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one though. Oh, this is mine. Ooh, look at that. That's cute. Oh wait, no, I don't like that one at all. These look weird. I don't like them. I don't like them. This is cute. As you can see, I'm slowly going towards purple hair. We're just going all in on purple. Like, I do like this monk skin. I love this outfit. I love it. Like she has like a little crown and like a swirly staff and wave. Like it's just nice. I love this one. This one's a tear paladin. No, I like this paladin. This is very cute. Let's see. Personally, I don't like. Oh wait, that's. Could be like a fire. No, I don't like that one. This one's okay. I don't want must spells. Yeah, that looks badass. Okay, if I do that one. No, that looks stupid. That's okay. That's kind of cool. I don't really have like great bomber skins. I don't really feel like inclined by any of them. This is the closest one. We're just doing the peach one. Healer. I do like that healer. I do like this healer too. But I like it when it's like that a little bit more. We're gonna keep it at that one. Sorry. Okay, let's do the. Should we do Loki for this one? The charming. This is my charming one. Ooh, I like that. Like diamond trap. No. We're doing that one. This is a good one. No, I love this little. Wait, what's this one? No. Cerberus. No. I love this one. This is my favorite one. I love that freaking dragon thing. It's my favorite. Ooh, okay, maybe we can do Odin for the mage because that does look pretty badass. Vampire. That one looks nice. No, that looks ugly. This is funny, but I don't want that. Let's keep them frozen. It's the closest one to being okay. I don't like any of those. I don't like any of them. This one's kind of cool, but let's just keep it the long one. Ooh, what's this one? Ooh, I like that one. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. I like that. It's just like, I'm strong. Yeah, I'm leaving that. Yeah, okay. So we're good now. We're good with the skins. We got all sorted. Let's go. We're gonna go for the other token scroll. Oh. So, it's my Centurion. No, it's my Paladin. Where's my Centurion? I'm gonna put that down. Centurion? That's a warrior. Oh, that's a fucking cool warrior. Oh, that's my pellet. That's my centurion. Dang. Okay. What's the other one? Bomber. My bomber's down. My centurion's down. Oh no. What do I do? Is there another one that I can place? Okay, centurion, bombers, and centurion. Okay, so just those. Okay. Let's just put this down. God, I had so much sneeziness. I haven't got my hair dyed today or yesterday to freaking go to my appointment today. Oh well, at least my hair's dyed for me signing my papers. I won't look like a piece of shit. I can't go to the gym either because I'm gonna have to be packing and shit. Like as soon as I get those keys, then I'm gonna go 180. I'm gonna change everything. Oh yeah. So today is actually a day that I really need to get my shit done. So I know I've just been saying that the whole entire stream. And I am sorry, I don't mean to ramble that shit. Yeah, so it's gonna be this skeleton thing, which I am promising you, will be done by tonight. I will send it off, and then I will go harass Reboot Ranger and tell him to accept my amendment to the contract. Those are the two things that I have to do, having to do with my business. Those are the two things I need to do before I go on my journey. And then once I get in, then I can work on things as long as I want. I could be disgusting in my own apartment and not need anybody around. Am I nasty for just enjoying being like a slob? You don't want to be that all the time, right? You don't want to be that all the time because then you're just disgusting. But sometimes it's nice to just be disgusting. Because we're humans, we're disgusting by nature. Yeah, these are not sophisticated bodies whatsoever. I mean, yeah, they are sophisticated bodies. So there's a lot of things that go into them, but they're not very hygienic. We could be robots. We should be robots. We should aspire to robots. Okay. No, not really. I'm not an... Elon Musk says, we should join AI. And I'm okay. But, the downside of that is, whose consciousness would take over after a while. But at that point, do we even care? At that point, do we even care? Oops, I dropped my phone. That's the thing, it's what's that phrase? It's a frog sitting in slowly boiling water doesn't realize it's being burned alive. It's probably going to be like that. By the time that question is going to be posed in real life, we're not going to give a shit. It's not going to be important to us. Because we're not going to know a world where that's not true. Basically, most of us who are not for it will have to die out. And then it'll just take over. It's not gonna be that bad, you know? It's just an evolution of humanity. If we become more synthetic than biological. Or, what should I say? Inorganic versus organic. It's not our fault. I just, what I wish that would remain and that would continue on is exactly what I said before about the aliens and empathy. I think, if we have a consciousness that still strives to be benevolent in some sort of way, like if there's still the morality of good versus not or something like that, or like, I don't know, some sort of consciousness in that way. Maybe this is an antiquated thought, but this is my wish anyway, is that we maintain the humanity that was given to us, whatever form we take. Because even to religious people, we're spirit or whatever, so our body doesn't really matter. So if we become robots, it doesn't matter as long as we maintain our humanity. If that makes any sense. That probably doesn't make any sense to some people, but basically what I'm trying to say is as long as we have our souls, it doesn't have to be a literal soul, though I did bring up the possibility that our souls are just on like some sort of signature of energy that is floating around on some sort of dimension that we're not aware of. There's like that's what I think ghosts and stuff are. I don't even think they're like currently, I don't think it's actually like this is a person who died and I think it's some sort of energetic interference from either another timeline or from the past, like something that was significant enough to create the energy, like basically like in disasters and stuff. Do you know how much like trauma and like mental agony people go through with that stuff? I do think it leaves a energetic signature somewhere. And I think a lot of the times these ghosts or whatever we're talking about are these there's energetic signatures that are left on. Because like if you think about the earth, it's like, God, we're standing on millions of dead bodies right now. That's kind of morbid to think. So many dead bodies. So yeah, I think it's the leftover energetic signatures from past events, or even present in a parallel timeline, you know. I watched a documentary thingy that said poltergeist activity is quite prevalent in teenagers. Isn't that interesting? You get like the ghosts that like kick shit off the walls and doing like flinging cups and all that stuff. Teenagers trigger that shit. Did you know that? You could get like an older person to trigger that shit too, but more times documented, it's usually a younger person. And I think it's because not like that, like I'm not trying to say like they're pure souls or something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I think like we're gifted with a finite not that, what should we say? I think we have a certain amount of energy within our body, and we eventually kind of just peter out over time. Like this is true for our physical body, so why not for energy? Like it just kind of disperses in some sort of thing. I think when you were young, we don't know how to control that stuff, and it's just like it's volatile and stuff, like our emotions, and it just like we send these triggers out into the different dimensions and stuff, like without knowing it, and just trigger shit. Like I had poltergeist activity when I was younger, so I had a lot of, like, you could, like, my mom is gonna say like I was fucking possessed or some shit. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's like, like we could put like evil or good on certain things, but I think it's more important to understand the nature of the whole entire experience, which is that your mental energy, your emotional energy does carry weight somewhere in the world other than what it is. Like, it's not just simply tears, it's not simply screaming. It creates an energetic ripple around you. And I think some of the energetic frequencies around me picked it up and gathered. Like, basically, when I was younger, I was almost like a black hole, just absorbing everything. Yeah, like, they're like, seriously, like, I could tell you some stories of, like, very significant things that happened. Like, I haven't talked about this shit in a long time. But basically, yeah, there was like some dark energy around me when I was younger. I don't think it was demons or anything. I think it's just innately that my bad disposition was changing the energies around me into negativity, and it was just kind of like I said, like I was like a black hole. Everything was just collapsing within me, and that was from an extreme point of emotional distress that caused spiritual disturbances. I do believe that. Cause yeah, like I mean, okay, I'll admit it. I am on the spectrum, and I also have a comorbidity of bipolar. So with that, you could say that emotions are heightened with me. Like, that's basically what it means. Like, that's all it means, is that people are on the spectrum, they can't read shit well. Like, no, you know what? It's really more like, if I were gonna tie something all together on who are on the spectrum, what's like the key thing that ties us all together? We're very good at compartmentalizing things, and we have a very low threshold for certain sensory things. So like, I would say if we're going to put in Myers-Briggs, I don't think there's a lot of sensor type of people on the spectrum. I'm not saying that there isn't, there could be, but like, they lived in like very different circumstances to most autistic people. So, and then like for the bipolar, well, that's just a fluctuation in mood. Basically, people kind of go, you know, they get depressed and they get sad, which I actually don't. I could see this. I could see this in a couple of different ways. Like, who was I talking to? Like, oh yeah, like I have this one commission to do like this, like, for lack of a better word, a historical figure that I'm not familiar with, so I had to do research. And to me, what it's like, it sounds like he was like fucking Kanye or Trump or something. Like, basically, he had a fucking breakdown, like some sort of grandiose idea of himself, thinking he was fucking God reincarnated. And like, I mean, of course that's in question. First of all, he denied the religion, so I don't think he's I don't think you're it, dude. You know, so like, that's that's why it's called the false messiah anyway. So like, there's that. He ran like a good business with his little followers. Like, during that era, everyone who was in the textile business was doing good. So he wasn't dumb. He knew what he was doing. That's what I just think is like, I think people who are bipolar are sensitive in a different way. So like, autistic people are very sensitive to physical sensation. A lot of, like, okay, it's either you are very numb to physical sensations, or you're very like sensitive to physical sensations. So, and then for like bipolar, I think it's you're sensitive to emotional stimuli. And okay, so like with the autism spectrum, your threshold for stress and sensory stuff is lower than like what a neurotypical would be. And then it's kind of funny because then it's like for the emotional thing, and this is true for just people with just plain old autism or Asperger's, whatever, is that your threshold for emotion is fucking high. Not the threshold for emotional pain, I'm not saying that, but like the spectrum in which you express your emotions is high, which at any end might see, like, for people who aren't those people, would see it as immature or out of place or something like that, you know, like they'll judge it in some sort of way like that. But basically it's just a different gauge of stuff. Now, I have been in manic modes. See, I didn't know that was what I was, like, that's the thing that I, like, my mom's like very, paranoid, or like, she's traumatically damaged from that. Like, we're both traumatic. Like, this is why the whole entire move is going to be good, because we'll be able to actually emotionally heal from this shit rather than just staying in the stench of our past, you know? So, because like she does a lot of emotionally damaging things to me, and then like my retaliation, then she doesn't fucking realize why I'm doing that because she triggered me. But like it's not like, okay, she doesn't take responsibility for what she does. She needs to go to therapy for that shit, but she doesn't have the time to because she's doing all this other stuff. So I understand that aspect, but basically what I'm getting down to the point of is that we need a part. Like, we've always struggled with codependency. That was just always an issue. Like, for the, like, because she was always like coddling me and doing all this stuff, and like even to this day there's like a lack of good boundaries. We're working on it, it's happening, but it's gonna be a slow thing, and it's not gonna, I mean, I'm just gonna say it point blank, it's never gonna be 100%. But at this point in like a couple of years ago, it is fucking toxic. Actually, it needs to change. And like, you know, she's an older person, so she's of a different era too. So like, there's just things that we're not gonna relate. Like, just point blank, like just in terms of like every generation, it's like there's a gap there. You know, there's a gap in consciousness. There's a gap, like even with my nieces, you know, like I'm closer in age to them than my mom, but still, even though like I'm older than them, so I don't understand exactly every point that they're coming from. And that can be said for anybody, you know. That's another thing too, is like most of those people I'm hiring out are in their 20s. I'm in my 30s, so that's a generational gap there. Like early 20s too, so it's like they're young. And like I feel like a little bit of an obligation of like being the Nuna. I'm the auntie. And I love playing that part. Like, I like being an aunt to my like I mean, I'm now going back to my family, but I like being an aunt to my nieces. I wish I was a better aunt now, like as they're growing, but I think they have enough friends and stuff. Like they're what should I say? Like when I was younger, I wasn't very socially adapted, just due to the fact that I'm not a socially adaptive person. But they're getting along well. So like I don't see any issues. Like my mom and their mom and everybody talks about shit, but it's like, damn, leave them alone. They're doing their best. Like I don't give them no shit. They're living in the world that sucks. So I give them all the credit. It's like, you like the hot guy, go after the hot guy. You know, I don't give a shit. Don't be judging my nieces. I mean, like, also because, like, not that I want to take off the pressure of me guiding them, but it's like, whenever you have the idea to guide somebody, they usually don't follow you. So do I want to overtly lead them in the wrong direction? Hell no. I know that they could do well by themselves. They're actually very capable. They've always been really capable since they were little. Like, so much personality, and so that's something that my sister-in-law, like, my mom says a bunch of shit about my sister-in-law, like, about, like, certain things. For the most part, she loves her. But, like, she'll nitpick on certain things, and I'm like, no, I think that was, like, you know, like, I don't necessarily agree with everything my mom says. So, like, I'm like, no, that's not a bad thing. That's just a difference in values. Like, you know, you know, it's just what she's choosing how to raise her children. I don't think that's bad. I do sometimes question some of the things that my brother and sister-in-law do, but nothing really significant. I think they're doing a really good job for the most part. I told her that too. I told her no, because she's really hard on herself. And that's another thing too. Is like this is something that my brother and sister-in-law both do that I think they should change. Is that, like, they're kind of aggressive to things that are new to them. Like, you know, like they're not open. Like, and that's not, like, they're not open to certain things. Like, they are open. Like, if it's in a social, like, what should I say? Like, they're not so tightly wound on the same things. Like, in a certain way that I could be probably too stiff in certain situations, they're able to loosen up, right? But in certain, when analyzing certain dynamics, they're more closed-minded in a certain way. And it's just for that, like, it's a certain staunchiness to them. I think it's because they're trying so hard to do better than what their parents did, and I think that is admirable. But, like, when it's the goal to do, like, I don't know, like, I guess my thing is, I'm not in competition with anybody, so I'm not influenced by anything like that. Really, a lot of times when I'm, like, super competitive or whatever, it's that I'm trying to prove a point to myself. See, whereas they're competing with other people. And I'm like, okay. That's the difference, and I wonder about that. But, like, you know what? It served them, so I'm not like too concerned about it, you know. I'm always in competition with myself, and I think, like, I mean, I don't even think it's 100% them. Like, that's just the name of the game when you're more social. They have children. They have to be social. They have to know this person's parents and that person's parents and that teacher and like, you know, like they have to know about, like Jessica has to know a bunch of shit. So like, okay, so basically I'm saying I don't even know if that's necessarily her nature as much as it is an adaptive thing, you know, because I remember the Jessica of when I was like in, Jessica's my sister-in-law, I remember the Jessica when I was like 14 or some shit. And she's pretty much the same. But it's like, you know, over the years, little things change about us. Like, even I've changed quite a bit, you know. I think they're doing really well, though. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not in their lives enough to know what's going on, but they seem to be doing well, and that's all that matters. Well, you know, I just thought about that too, is that like I'm going around making it sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're quite different, that's all. I'm not saying anything's better or worse. I guess I take after my mom and dad quite a bit. They are very, well, you know, like also that and my grandparents, and that's something like, you know, like my brother even notices, like he takes after certain things, like, you know, like, I think we all can tell when we're like emulating somebody from our family. Like there's sometimes where I do something, I'm like, oh God, I feel like my dad. Or, oh, sometimes I feel like like I did something silly the other day. I was like, oh, this is like my mom. You know, not all the time, but like, and it's so weird to channel them. And I wonder if it's just in the DNA. Cause like my mom constantly says like, you weren't even raised around. But I think it was enough, like, he must have done, like, you know, like, cause that's the thing too, is like, my dad wasn't like really present when I was like in my teens or anything like that. But he says that he was there when I was younger. And you know what, maybe I got influenced by him. Like maybe these little micro movements that I do, like these little gestures and stuff, maybe I picked them up for when he was active then. And that makes me feel good too. Cause I'd like to think, like, cause for whatever reason, I mean, like the man's pride is very, he's very, he's like glass, it breaks easily. He's fragile, he's very fragile. And, he feels like a bad father. It hurts him to talk to me because he takes it so personally that I don't live in his pretend world. Like, this is like some psychological fucked up shit. But I mean, I recognize a broken man when I see it. I recognized a broken man when I was 5 years old, and I told him, he was telling me some bullshit on the phone. I was like, blah, 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 I don't believe you. I'll believe it when I see it. Like, I've always been this way. I've always been this way ever since I was little. I've never given that man any slack, and I feel very bad for that too. And that's something we're gonna have to handle up in like heaven or some shit. But it's because I'm an intuitive type, like INTJ. So like we like project things. So when I was a little kid, I saw his qualities, and I was like, I know you could do better than that. I know that there's better than that. So I was like giving him a hard time. And like and that's the thing too, like I'm a little bit proud of my little self because I had such strong boundaries. I was like, this guy does not belong in my life. And then my mom, over time, fucking corrupted me and allowed all my boundaries to fall like hers. And like she always that's why she complains about shit, is because she doesn't like even she had a dream last night about somebody violating her boundary so bad, and she was like, I don't think she even realized that that's what the dream was about. Like, I was like, yeah, no, that sounds like somebody took advantage of you. And she's like, yeah, I don't think so. It's like, no, you got taken advantage of. You're the type of person who would be okay with 35%, and like, she'd be okay instead of a 50-50, which would be fair, right? She'd be okay with taking a 20 to 80. It's a little, it's, you gotta know what your worth is. That's what I'm just saying, is like, you need to know your worth. And I always think that was in question for her. And that's something I think was always really strong with me, is I always knew my worth. Now, over the years, it has been damaged, so I'm not unscathed from society and social pressures and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a Hispanic thing, I don't know if it's just my family's thing, but you know, the issues that are present there, like, you know, they always like, it's my duty, like that meme of like, I'm supposed to break the generational trauma. I feel like that's my shit. It's like, I have to break generational trauma, like, on multiple layers, because this shit's like too much. But that like sounds like I'm a superhero or something. I don't think that's it, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to make it sound like that. It's more like, for my well-being, yeah. For my well-being, I have to get over a lot of stuff. That's most people. I still want to watch Turning Red. Like, that's the thing, is like Encanto kind of revealed all of the, like, like, you know, the Latin culture's fucked upery. like, you know, Turning Red is exposing all, like, the Asian culture's fucked upery. Like, we're all healing together. Basically, Disney took it upon themselves to become our therapists. And I relate to that fucking, like, okay, I'll admit this, like, like, I know when I'm on a manic thingy, like, just like being bipolar or whatever, my psychiatrist, she said something, like, she kind of opened up and, like, said, well, like, basically she was saying, I have bipolar 2, not bipolar 2, like the type 2, but, like, I also have bipolar. And I guess she was just kind of giving me, like, a little, not a warning, but, like, basically, like, saying, like, you gotta have to stay on it. And it's like, I've heard that shit before, lady, and I don't even like you. But I mean, like, I gotta give her credit. She's a psychiatrist, and she's had to deal with a lot of shit, and she's, you know, she got to a good point in her life, so good for her. But, like, it doesn't mean I like you. I could be proud, I could acknowledge your accomplishments and not like you. Because there's like the giving respect to people who deserve the respect, and then also having the personal preference. Pretty much. yeah, she was just kind of giving me a little, not a warning, but like, I don't know, like it's like it's almost like she knew, like, I don't know, not that she knew anything, but I don't know, like she just fucking warning me for some reason. I don't know, like, and I know, and I get where she's coming from, I get where my mom's coming from, because it's like there is possibilities of that, but why go to the worst case scenario? Like the other day, like my mom was crying about my niece, and then she like was thinking, and like this is how fast that her mind changed. She went from a very, like, I think when people do that, when they ruminate and then they spiral, like this is what I learned in like in the not EBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, like all that kind of stuff, like in there. It's like noticing when like you're catastrophizing or ruminating or whatever. It's like, oh, like I'm glad I learned that shit, because like I spot it right when I see it in other people. I know when I'm doing it too, and like, but that's harder, because like just because you could recognize it in itself doesn't mean you could stop it. But at least you have enough awareness to be like, okay, what are some of the soothing techniques I can use? That's why I go lay down for a little bit when I'm streaming. It's like I am overstimulated. I need to understimulate now. But yeah, it's like basically we were like, she was talking about how like proud and how happy she was of my niece, and then she went on to like talk about like the worst case. It was so like fucking okay, I'm bipolar, that's fucking bipolar, because she was talking about all these good things, and then she quickly like 180 talked about all this like bad shit that happened in the past, and I'm like, why does your mind go there? That makes no sense. Like, how can you turn all these positive things that you're talking about, like, okay, maybe this is because I'm bipolar or autistic, but like to me it makes more sense to keep on going up rather than taking the few good things and then throwing them in the trash to replace it with the fucking apocalypse, you know? Like that was just so fucking weird to talk to her like that. And like it was just like I realized like, oh shit, my mom needs help. And she was like crying about it too, like it's like, and I'm the one that has to go to therapy? That's fucking mental. Like when I'm on a good kick, I usually stay on it more than 2 seconds. I'm not gonna say what she said because it is very personal, and it's not my place to share that kind of stuff. Like it's just family problems that are just like real big family problems. But it's just like, yeah, you need to change. Like, she needs to go to therapy. Like, she's always telling everybody else to go to therapy, but that's like the first sign. Like, if you're telling everybody else to go to therapy and you're not going to therapy, then you're a hypocrite. And I like because we've told my brother that he needs therapy, and I do think he would benefit from therapy. Because one, I believe in his patience. Everybody says he's like a big hothead and all this kind of stuff, but I've talked to my brother. He can be talked to. It's like if you find the right person, he has to be able to trust them. But I think he is able to do it because I believe that our mom exists somewhere in like both of us. So I know that our mom is swimming somewhere in his brain that would allow him to be open enough to have a discussion with a therapist, just to learn some techniques that may help him in the future to handle his temper. Because not only is it negative to other people, but it's also negative to him because then he feels bad afterwards because he didn't handle himself properly. And now it won't be like 100% of the time, even if you learn those techniques. Like I was surprised that I like, just from talking to my mom, identifying her catastrophizing stuff. Like in the past, I would have just, like, my younger self just simply felt empathy for anybody who was like, when my mom cried, I felt bad. But I realized she's like, to create that distance between us so we're not like fucking codependent and like too stuck together, I have to realize that that's her emotion. Like, so basically what growing up has taught me is that I have to separate more from like okay, in the past, if I saw her doing that, I would try to soothe her, because for the longest time it's always been my job to soothe my mom. Every single ailment, every single it was always my job to soothe my mom, because she had nobody to soothe her. And she also even like would complain that her mom was not a soothing person, complain that it's just like she's trapped in her own trauma. And now that I'm realizing that that is not my burden to carry anymore, it's so relieving. And also to be able to identify it. So I guess that's what therapy is for. It's for you to identify the things, that way you can make the distinction for yourself. And I would love to give, that's why I think my brother should go to therapy, is so he can know those distinctions in order to conduct himself well with people. Like, it basically would up his game. Like, cause you could apply it, like, okay, I don't want to bring up the dark psychology, but like there's some like stupid people who play that game. I'm not saying that my brother should do that, but you could spin it any way you want. You could do it the moral way or the immoral way. And I believe that my brother has enough patience in him to do it the moral way. He has 3 daughters, he should. Nobody likes that work though. Nobody likes that work. It's not fun. No work is fun. No, doesn't matter what kind of work, mental work, physical work, whatever kind of work. Nobody likes work. But they got a lot of discipline to they okay, my brother's family is very physically active, go to the gym, they're like the alpha males and females of their little town. Everybody knows their daughters are like the popular girls, everything's, except like some bitches. I'm gonna say some bitches fucking put down my little niece. Hi, Emily. Oh no, we lost. Yeah, I'm just talking about my family stuff. You know what? Screw them. My niece has like over 2,000 followers on Instagram, and she's fucking beautiful. So fuck off all the people in that small town. They can suck a dry bone. They're just hating because she's beautiful. I'm very proud of my nieces. They're all doing so well. Alpha hen. I don't think I'm alpha, I think I'm beta. I'm not omega, I'm definitely not omega. I would put myself as beta. Nobody wants to be omega. Nobody. That's the bottom of the totem pole. What's this one? Loki. How you doing, Umbi? What's going on? Is Orange still asleep? Is he sleeping? Why does he stream while he's... Well, I guess I could say the same thing for me, because I sometimes take naps while I stream, but... Like, I don't full on sleep, though. That guy just won't sleep. Come look at my visage. You may gaze upon me.
Well, okay, I think a lot of people, first of all, they take it out of context. Like, that's the thing is, it's like, it's just hyper competitiveness in actuality or whatever. It's just trying to be a badass in whatever way that they think it is, which is just a very extroverted way of being. He's sleeping? Oh. He's dreaming of electric sheep. Tomorrow I sign the papers, Umbi. Tomorrow I'm going to get the key. I think I'm going to get the keys tomorrow to my new apartment. I'm so excited! It's so funny what people will make content about. I could make up some bullshit right now and just like kind of... Wait, have I ever told this to you, Umbi? When I was younger, there was this neighbor girl who, I don't remember her name, let's just call her Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca was my next door neighbor when we were living in California. And I liked her, she was okay, but like she liked to play more than I did. Like she would want to hang out with me more than I necessarily wanted to hang out with her. And instead of just telling her, you know what, I don't want to play today or whatever, I made up this bullshit about me being like secretly trained by like a martial art master, and I had to do meditation. Like she's like, do you want to play today? And I was like, no, I have to meditate. I was like, I have to like practice my martial arts. And she's like, really? Can you show me? And I was like, oh shit. So I taught her, like I got this stick. Do you know the sticks that you put in the windows? Like, do you do that over there? Like in the window, there's like a stick to keep it shut. So basically I took that stick, I took two of those sticks and we started fighting each other with the sticks. And I was like teaching her different moves, like this is how you strike, this, like this. And she's like, okay. And so she does start. So I taught her this whole time martial arts. When I was a kid, I was a fucking kung fu master. Just because I didn't, well, like I ended up playing with her, so she got what she wanted, but I just didn't want to play. I didn't want to do, I think she wanted to do something else, and I was like, no, we're doing this. No, it wasn't one day, it was a lot. It was like several days. I fucking taught her. And, okay, so then I moved away, and then when I came back, she's like, yeah, I think she called me Sensei. She's like, Sensei, I have been studying while you were gone. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and you know what's so funny is that, like, after I left and came back, and we had, like, a stick battle, she beat my ass with that. So I, like, legitly taught her some sort of, like, fighting moves. I was like, and she's like, like, she took it to heart. She, like, fucking studied that shit enough to where she beat me. I influence people. Shit. I wonder where she is now. I hope she's doing well. Karate Kid Philippines!
Oh my god. Dang, that's kind of mental that I made up that shit when I was like in 3rd grade, I think. It was like 3rd grade. Elementary school. That's when I was telling people I was a martial arts master. I am so close to being done with this skeleton. You don't even know. I'm probably gonna cry after I'm finished. Hiccup. I don't know why I'm taking such a like. The person did not order such complicated like they didn't want this. I did this to myself. So yeah, I'm going to I know you don't like frequent my stream all the time, Umbi, but I'm just gonna throw it out there, is that like for a few of my streaming days, like for like about a week or so, I'm not gonna have internet at my new apartment, so I won't be able to stream. I will be online because I have a phone, you know, but I won't be able to do streaming until like I get the internet set up there. Are you saying I'm smart? Thank you. Well, you know what? I'm proud. She beat her master. You know, the student has become the master. Okay, I'm gonna tell you another funny story from that time. Okay, so we were playing Pokemon in school. Like, this is back in the old days. There was only one generation of Pokemon. They didn't even have Mew or Mewtwo yet. Anyway, we were playing Pokemon like during recess, you know, on the playground. And so it was 4 of us. So two of the kids were trainers. So my friend Lily Fudamong was my trainer, and I was like Machop or something, or like, and Jerome and this other kid, okay, Jerome was playing Hitmonlee, and I was Hitmonchop or Hitchop or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But anyway, like, we had to play physical ones because we can't breathe fire, you know. We can't be Charizard or anything like that. So, and we were pretending, doing like shadow fighting. We're pretending like punch, you know. Like Lily was saying, do punch, like, you know, anyway, we would move out of the way when we did those things. Like, we would, like, so like when the trainer said something, we were able to coordinate it to where we wouldn't hit each other, right? But I wasn't paying attention, and she said, do a punch or whatever. And you know, like how like the stances are like you kind of hop back and forth. So anyway, I accidentally punched Jerome in the face, for real. And like, that was just not nice. We should not have been playing Pokemon. It's a dangerous sport, that is. But we could say that Hitmonlee fainted. Right, wait. Hitmonlee is the one that kicks, right? Hitmonlee, yeah, Hitmonchan, yeah, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I was Hitmonchan. It's okay. I barely remember their names, so it does not matter. I was the punching Pokemon, and he was the kicking Pokemon. And so, like, obviously I could miss a kick, because that takes a while to, like, you know,
If you're not limber, you're just a kid. You can't even freaking aim a kick. But I was like, pow. He was supposed to back away. Yeah, that was at EP Foster. That's in Ventura, California. And I bet that place is really ghetto now. He was supposed to use dodge, yeah. Needless to say, it was super effective. He started crying. I felt I felt so bad. Like, Lily, why did you call out punch when I was not supposed to punch? Kids are so funny. The last time I saw Lily Fudabong, she was playing pool. She was like, she wasn't Vietnamese, Fudabong. I don't know, like I don't know if she's like Lao or Thai or something. Like she was Chinese and Thai, maybe. I don't know, but she's so cute. I loved her. Yeah, and Jerome was my friend. I was not friends with Jeremy, but he did compliment me on my pronunciation of Vietnamese words, so that's cool. I'm trying to remember. Oh, and then there was Eddie, and like my mom was like thoroughly convinced that Eddie was going to be like just a handsome guy when he got older. And I was like I didn't get that because like all I saw was like a nerdy kid, and I was a kid anyway, so I didn't give a shit. But she was always like, be nice to him, because like he had like some ear issues or whatever. I think the other kids made fun of him for that. I didn't necessarily make fun of him for that, but like I didn't like see the point of like being friends with him because he had those things in his ears. Like my mom kind of pushed that agenda. I was neutral to him. He was okay. And Yolanda, she was a sweetheart. Yolanda was so sweet. And Maria. I'm trying to think of all my friends during that time. And then there was like some girl that really liked me, and I didn't even know her very well, but she came when I left, so that was very sweet. I don't remember her though. Every adult would find it interesting too. A kindergarten class. Yeah, like, you don't want to, like, I mean, it would suck to be a kindergarten teacher, but it is fun, like, as an adult, to, like, then be around a bunch of kids and just see what their mind does, you know, and, like, and what's even more fun is, like, you could say some random shit and they'll vibe off of you. like, you know, they'll be like, well, I did this. Like, you can say something random and they'll just add to it, you know. Like, they just go with it. It's like, oh, okay. Seeing their little mind work, it's cute. Though, I would say I prefer animals. Kids are good. The kids are cute, but I like animals more. I think my youngest niece is like that too. I don't think she's gonna. Well, she likes babies and stuff too, but like my middle niece, she's more domestic. Like I would say my brother is kind of more domestic too. I'm not domestic at all. It would just be a waste of time for me to even develop those skills. Well, no, I think that's also generated by the fact that my position in the family was not of a domestic one.
I kind of was like a substitute. I don't know what position in my family I served. Staying there for more than 30 minutes. Yeah, you don't want to be there all day because the little kids have more energy than you. So like after you're done, they're not done. Like just because you're done doesn't mean they're done. You woke up, Warrens? Why'd you do that? He was having nice little dreamy dreams. Something about this animation doesn't feel right to me, but I'm so tired of working on it, I almost want to just send it as is. Oh, it's that hand right there. Yeah, I don't like that hand. This hand's okay. This one's doing what it wants. Wait. Yeah, I'll just change that a little bit. It's just too green. Like, it's over on this side of the body. It wouldn't have that much highlight on it. And he heard you. I think his usage of it, like, okay, I'll be honest, I don't like the AI stuff. Or, not that I don't like it, but that... Like, I don't mind people using it, it's fine, but I don't like the idea of people using it to then replace artists. Like, it's not even my style. Like, AI doesn't copy, like, for example, pixel art. It doesn't copy, like, it does, like, surrealism. Like, there's a lot of, like, surrealist artists out there that are gonna lack a job after them. It's not that simple. It's not just typing up words. Or is it that we're not... Maybe is that an egotistical thing? Because maybe AI wanted to do that. Maybe that's the artwork that AI wants to make. I don't know why my Discord's so empty. I just got a new pixel artist, and like this poor person's like trying to be friendly in the Discord, and it's like nobody's responding. It's like everybody's offline. I feel bad. Normally it's a little bit more bustling, but they joined at a weird time, so. Well, we have to admit what are the points that AI cannot do. So AI is not a personality. So if there was some publicity or something involved that needed, like basically we can't ask AI what it was thinking when it made something or what it was trying to convey. It can't answer those questions. So if people want to explore the depths of the art, it would be empty. Um, but it's beautiful work though. Like, I saw a lot of different stuff now, and it's like it's really amazing what you could do. The things that you sent me when you were making that stuff, and you sent it to me in Discord of the pig thingies. Like, I found it so interesting what it chose to highlight. Like, I don't know if you gave it the direction to do that, but it was like almost like I saw certain anomalies within the designs that I don't know, spoke to something in me. Where's the weird little piggy Yoda things? Where are they? Yeah, like, okay, for this one, why are the cheeks highlighted? Like, why is there a heart on the cheek? Like, why did it choose to do that? That's a detail that was not added. It just wanted to do that. Like, I mean, okay, like if we look at all of them, like if you go to like our Discord DM, okay, so the first picture, all that makes sense, but why did it make a blue talisman? Like, okay, all these other designs are pretty on point to what you were asking for, but what's that blue talisman? You didn't ask for a blue talisman. Why did it make a blue talisman? That's fucking weird. Another pig hugging a Yoda toy, you know, like all of these look, but then the top left one has a heart on its cheek. Why does it have a heart on its cheek? That's an anomaly. Then looking at the third one that you sent, it made the feet red. Why did it make the feet red? That's just a different, like, you know, like, I almost wonder if there's a secret communication happening here. The viscous sovereignty came out really cool. Like, I wouldn't have imagined it like that, but it's a good execution of whatever. I noticed that there's a lot of water involved with it, which makes sense. I don't get the flag, but flag, I guess, is the anomaly. But that's a symbol that I can't quite interpret. This is gonna sound very strange, but with the Piggy Yoda ones, I feel like the heart on the cheek and the pink on the feet, I feel like that is in some way the AI's attempt to understand empathy. It could be. Maybe not likely, but it could be. I don't know why I'm so sweaty in my room right now. It's not even that. It's not even freaking hot. It's just hot in this room. That's gonna be something I'm gonna look forward to, is in my new apartment there's like air conditioning in the front room, so I'll be able to enjoy that. Wait, yes, that song. I don't know why it came to my head. Is that Outlaw Star? Outlaw Star ending thing. Yeah, I think it's the ending thing, the Outlaw Star. Yes! Oh god. It's a really pretty song. Yeah, I never understood the ending, the Outlaw Star, like the background, like, it's just like random fantasy pictures. My headphones are dying, like right in the middle of it, so like. Ooh, what's this? Yay, update. Oh, so sweet, so sweet. Oh god, I want to hear this so bad. Okay. I'm really excited. Tomorrow is the sign. I don't even know what time it is. Let me ask my mom. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I got the time. Let's see. That's kind of trippy. Like, there's nothing skeleton about it. Also, what is it holding? A sword? They did get the pixel right. Like, look at this pixel for sure. Goomba Mario Brothers movie. I'm kind of, I don't know what it is. I think I'm thirsty because it's quite hot in my room. Shit, we lost again? Damn. Okay, guys, we gotta pick it up. I gotta send, like, And Scotty? Who's this? Freya. No, not Paladin. That's a warrior. I need a centurion. Oh. Okay, my headphones are like dying, so I'm gonna go change them over and also just like rest because it's really, like I said, it's like super hot in here, so I'm just gonna rest for a second in a cooler room. did. I am back. I just played like a quick game and then came back. There? What's this stuff? Whoa, that's loud. Okay. You know what? I think before, normally I would like stream until late and try to do all this stuff. I am gonna finish this skeleton, but I think I'm gonna give my computer a little rest. I'm gonna treat it well before it moves, and then like I kill it at my apartment. But anyway, yeah. So I will, I will be. I'll be signing off now. I know that we got a battle going on, and oh, it's 1 minute until. Okay, let's just wait until the battle. We're gonna wait till the battle, and then I will call it a day. Because like this is not like the real streaming day, you know. Like if it was, I would have started way early in the morning. Now, I'll be honest, I want to watch a few more episodes of like the guy that fell from the sky or whatever. Oh my god, I don't know why everybody loves the fucking mummy. I don't get it. Like, I do not understand this. Like, this was such a big thing for everybody. I didn't give it, like, okay, and then, like, Brandon Fraser, like, I'm not saying that I don't like him, but, like, for me, what, like, pops, like, if you tell me his name, I would think of more of, like, George of the Jungle. Like, like, that's the movie that I know him from. I know everybody loves The Mummy, and it had like several, I think it was like a freaking trilogy or something, but I was not I was not into it. Or like, no, I liked it, don't get me wrong, but like there's some like real big fans of it, and I'm like, whoa. But I mean, like, every movie deserves to have big fans. Anyway, Natural Born Camper, you got the scroll, congratulations. Anyway, that's the end of today's stream. I know we're ending at a very weird spot, but I just don't have it in me right now. I need to prepare for tomorrow, and and also to do some stuff tonight, and I just don't think I could juggle streaming while doing those things. So I hope you have a good one. Take care. Be